What's going on, guys? Welcome to the video. Today I'm going to be covering the one-arm push-up. So I'm going to be going over a complete breakdown of the form and then looking at progressions if you're not quite there strength-wise to help you get to that level. And then third, I'm going to be looking at a lot of common errors that a lot of people do when they try to do a one-arm push-up, right? And then fourth, I'm going to be looking at ways to integrate this in your current training routine, in order to develop your one-arm push-up and to help you achieve your peak physical potential. So it's a lot of information, a lot to cover. Let's get started. So the one-arm push-up, a great way to display control over your own body weight and general strength, fitness. Also a great way to show off. It's probably why a lot of you are watching this video. But anyway, so as you can see from above, muscles targeted by the one-arm push-up, it's going to be heavily involving your triceps and also your chest, to some degree stabilizing muscles in your core, right? So imagine the regular push-up and all those muscles worked. It's going to be the same ones, but a lot more intense. So I'm going to start with form first in this video, just for the individuals who are already strong enough and capable of doing a one-arm push-up, so that I don't waste your time, obviously, right? So first things first, with form, you're going to basically be starting from the same position as a regular push-up, so your body can be parallel with the floor, right? Everything is important from good push-up form. It applies about 10 times more to one-arm push-up form, right? So key differences between regular push-up and one-arm push-up. In the one-arm push-up, your feet width is going to be slightly wider, right? Because in a regular push-up, your feet are together. Another thing is that, because you're using obviously one arm, your one hand is going to be in the center of your body, and it's going to be rotated slightly outwards, right? You're going to start on the top of a push-up position. From there, you're going to bring your feet out slightly wider, right? Your hands are going to come together in the center of your body, nice and aligned, and then you're going to choose whichever hand you're going to do your one-arm push-up on, leave that on the ground, take that other one, put it behind your back. From there, you're going to tighten your core, tighten your entire body, right? And you're going to slowly lower yourself to the ground. You're going to have to end up rotating your body slightly. Well, you're going to have to rotate your spine slightly around your hand, but you want to make sure this isn't excessive, and I'm going to explain that later in the common error section. But for now, you're going to come down to the ground or slightly above it, and then you're going to push straight back up, making sure that you maintain strong tension within your core in order to keep your body well aligned and also moving as one unit, all the way down and then all the way back up. You're going to come all the way back to the top, lock your elbow, and at the top you're going to be in the exact same position basically as a push-up. You view it from the side, except you're just using one arm and slowly wider feet, right? And then from there, you're going to come back down again, getting that 90-degree bend, right? Very important. And then come back to the top, rinse and repeat. There you go. That's how you do one-arm push-ups. So let's say you're not quite strong enough yet to do one-arm push-ups. Well, there's a few steps that you can go through in order to reach that point, and I'm going to help you with that right now. So first step is going to be building the necessary strength. So in order to perform a one-arm push-up properly, you're going to have to be able to do at least 30 regular push-ups with really good form. So I'm going to link my video. I did a video on proper push-up form. You can use that if that helps you, right? You're going to need to be able to do 30 push-ups with proper form. At the same time, you're also going to be wanting to train triceps. So if you don't have access to equipment, then your tricep training should be primarily dips, right? Because it's going to target your tricep the same way, but slightly different than push-ups, so you're not going to completely burn yourself out if you do both types of training. So in a dip, obviously you're going to come down to 90 degrees, maintain nice proud posture throughout the entire movement, as I'm showing up on screen, right? Number 2 is going to be triangle push-ups. So this is going to help put a lot more weight onto your triceps. So as your hands move closer together, right, you're going to be targeting your triceps a lot more. And since this is a one-arm push-up, your one tricep, when you do the movement, is going to be taking basically all your weight. So it's a good way to start readying your body for what's to come, basically, right? So yeah, basically no different than a regular push-up. The only difference is that you're going to bring your hands together in like more of a triangle formation, right? And then try not to flare your elbows out excessively to the sides. Try to keep them as tucked in as possible as you can. Come down, touch your hands, same thing, right? Number 3 is going to be low archers. And low archers are actually one of my favorite things for like stabilizing my whole core. And they're not easy either, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to put your hands out. Your hands could be, completely turned out to the side, or they could be facing forward, and then come up on part of your hand, like I'm doing. Either way is completely fine. The most important part of the low archer is that you keep your body low to the ground, obviously, but maintain the same height. So from both sides, you don't want to go above like 2 inches from the ground, right? Ideally. A common error with low archers that I see a lot is that individuals are going to come up in the middle of their rep and then they come back down, like on the side. That's not what you want to do at all, right? So do that, and then that's going to help build stabilizing muscles in your core. That's going to be a critical component when you do the one-arm push-up. You need to keep your body in alignment. It's going to target your core a lot more than you realize, right? Progression number 4 is going to be performing your push-ups while slowly sliding out your hand, right? So on each rep, you're just going to bring your hand out farther and farther, making sure that you maintain your body next to the arm that you're strengthening, right? And obviously you're going to perform this on both sides. First, you're going to be doing this on a block, like surface, like as I'm showing above. And then second, for an instability factor, you're going to be using a medicine ball, right? And then third, you're going to come back to the ground. Should be a little easier for you. And then from there, you're eventually going to get to a one-arm push-up. And then again, like I'm saying, all these progressions take time. Don't expect to master the one-arm push-up progressions or the one-arm push-up overnight. It is going to take time, obviously. And the one-arm push-up is slightly technique-based too. So even if you do have the necessary strength, you're still going to have to build up being able to perform it, And lastly, another part of progression, very important, actually, once you get to the point where you should be able to do one-arm push-ups, you've reached that point in the progression, but you still might not be able to yet, you should do negatives for your one-arm push-ups. So this means you're going to follow the strict form all the way down, but in the bottom position, if you can't push yourself back up, simply take your other hand and then do a regular push-up to get yourself back to the up position. But you really want to take your time on the way down, because doing the negatives, especially very, very slowly, is going to help you build up the necessary strength. So common errors when you're doing your one-arm push-up, similar to regular push-ups, it's going to be straining your neck, but this time, due to the nature of the fact that you're moving your body away, neck strain can be even more pronounced as you tilt away from the direction of your push-up. So you really want to focus on keeping your head in line with the rest of your body, which is just something that's going to have to come with practice. So there's that, so you can avoid neck pain. A second thing is going to be your entire body. So as you're doing your push-up and this is your hand, your body is coming slightly offline of that. And then as you come down and you're pushing up, your body could twist excessively. This is going to put a lot of pressure on your spine. So your spine might start cracking. To avoid this, you really need to work your stabilizing muscles in your core. That's why in progressions, I specifically put things like low archers, which are going to help build up your stabilizing core strength, right? And then, yeah, that's just as long as you can remember to focus on it and try to minimize it as much as possible. Obviously, your body is going to have to move slightly out of the way, as you perform each push-up, just so you can center your weight over your tricep. I completely understand. I might start getting a little sloppy in these videos just because of how much I'm filming one-arm push-ups in a row. But yeah, it's just something you need to be aware of so that you can avoid it. This would be straining your neck, like as you're coming back up, having your neck your chin either like too high or too low. That's going to put stress on the back of your neck and spine. I would definitely say that this air, like a lot of the other airs in one arm push-up, are, yeah, they're basically regular push-up airs, but their effects are much more intensified in a one arm push-up as opposed to a regular push-up, just because you're using one arm, so there's a lot more. Just because of the extra effort and difficulty involved in the movement, right? So it's just going to exaggerate any airs that you previously had from regular push-up. Yeah, so another common shared air between the regular and one-arm push-ups is going to be having elevated or sagging hips throughout the movement. So this is just going to compromise your technique and make it look bad, in addition to putting strain on your back. So what you need to make sure, again, going back to progressions, is that you maintain strong tension throughout your core by learning how to do those key exercises correctly. The second way to actually fix that is to go next to a mirror and then perform your push-ups in parallel with the mirror so that you can see the side of your body. Make sure your hips stay at the proper elevation throughout, right? Part 4 is going to be incorporating one-arm push-up progressions and then training into your regular workout schedules. So if you're going the route of doing strictly calisthenics training, I would say there's definitely a lot better experts online that you should learn that from, who specialize in integrating the one-arm push-up as like a key component of their calisthenics training. For me, I'm focused more on the one-arm push-up as just, part of your fitness arsenal. More of like a showing off type thing, not really a primary workout. I would say if you want to learn how to do the one-arm push-up, you should be training at least twice a week at the beginning of your workout at whatever progression level you're on, right? Try to do maybe like 3 sets of how many reps you'd be doing for each one, probably like 8 or so. I think that's ideal. If you train at least 2 times a week, I think you should be well on your way to learning how to do the one-arm push-up, master progressions, right? Don't be surprised if the one-arm push-up takes some time to master. The progressions will definitely take time, and you're definitely not going to be used initially, like at first, putting all your weight on one arm. So it's difficult. Hopefully you guys found something informative in this video. If you did at all, please comment, like, and subscribe, because feedback is really great for me, right? And hopefully you're able to master the one-arm push-up. Yeah, let me know if you did.